All right. So since we on the topic of Harlem, I want to get into Diddy, but before I get into Diddy, I don't know if y'all paid any attention to the first 48, aka Vlad TV, the interrogation room. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy that everybody's been uh nut hugging since he came home from prison, the girl that got locked up with him and Pooh Sims, she's doing an interview. She's doing an interrogation because that ain't no goddamn interview. Like sitting there watching her interview, I feel like she's back in the precinct and they drilling her again. Vlad's interrogation room, right? Now, a lot of y'all been being mean, to the girl. I don't think it's fair, talking about she's slow and all this other stuff I be seeing in the comments, right? One, um, you could tell that, you know, she's not highly educated, and you could tell she had a rough life. And I don't think that is cool that, people deal uh are disrespecting her by, saying she's slow or whatever, this, that, and the third, you know. But with that being said, you know, even if she isn't the sharpest, and intellectually, you can understand why she was able to be taken advantage of. And I just like I had no respect for dude before. You know what I'm saying? When he came home and all y'all niggas was mopping him off like he was a political prisoner. Now I lost even more respect for the nigga, right? Hearing this girl talk because if she was a person with a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, she had a doctorate, there's no way in hell he could have manipulated that girl to do so much, right? She talked about how he got her to start using drugs, how uh he was selling her. Now this is somebody's daughter, my nigga. It could be your daughter, it could be your aunt, it could be your sister, it could be your cousin, right? It could be your mother. The fact that this dude, well, I'm gonna say allegedly because I wasn't there, but according to her, allegedly he had a prostitute and she said he sold her at least on two occasions to other men, allegedly. And it just broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because once she moved from the South up north, and then she was dancing or stripping at Sin City. And then he wifed her up and had her selling her body allegedly, and then turned around and sent her over there with his brother to, rob them dudes, which turned out to be a murder, right? And, watching her interview, I felt really, 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 sympathetic to her. And then you got to remember, she did like 15 years. So for all y'all that's sitting there, talking about her, take that in consideration that she was young and then went to jail, came home, she's still young. She still looked young, you know. And I think she was what, like 21? maybe when that happened or something like that. She was young, and the interview isn't over yet. It's coming out in parts. I know some of y'all may have membership and seen it all, but I ain't get a chance to see it all. So I'm not gonna get all. I ain't gonna get into it as much as I want to right now because it's only been about 3 parts out. But she's talking about how the whole incident happened, how she was telling him, she met this guy and she felt like they had an open relationship to the point where it was okay for her to go on this, you know, on a date with somebody. And she met the dude one night, and then within that 12 hours, I think he took her to breakfast or dinner or something, and then hit her up and asked her if she wanted to go shopping. And he took her shopping, and your man was salty and jealous, according to her. And next thing you know, she's saying that he called his brother, told him what the deal was. She went over there, with him. She had a key to the hotel room, but she didn't use it. She knocked on the door. Some chick opened the door. Uh, the dude who Sims pulled the gun out, put it in the girl face. Um, Kind of, she said she was scared of him too, and or she wouldn't have did it if it wasn't for fear. And they went in there, and when she said they got up in the room, she noticed that he had rope and duct tape, and they went in. They went in, and it kind of left right there at the last part of the interview. But you could tell she's very nervous because she's sitting there. She's very fidgety. Um, I just feel bad for the girl, man. I feel bad for the girl. But the good thing is, this all happened at a young age. Even though she did 15 years, she still got time to turn her life around, and hopefully, get educated and do some big things in her life. But as you can see, she didn't get the parade and the nigga ain't buy her a chain or yeah, I don't even know if he even rocking with her, But I would think that being that she took part in that and she home that he would have hit her with a bag. But if he did, I don't think she would be doing Vlad. So hopefully Vlad gave her a nice bag to do this interrogation because he like this nigga Vlad is interrogating her. It don't even look like an interview. That joint is a straight interrogation. And you know, shout out to the girl Gina. Prayers go out to you, young lady. I hope you turn your life around, and I hope that you sympathetic in the part that you played in that situation. And as the interview goes on, we'll see where she's at with it. But at least she talking about it. You know, Dude came home, did a gang of interviews, ain't even mention it. At least Vlad got her to talk about it, and she's sitting there owning her part in it. But like I said, I'll talk about it more once the interview is over, right? But moving on,